As the camera fades in from darkness, viewers are greeted by a haunting yet captivating score that sets the mood for Dante Alighieri's monumental work, The Divine Comedy. This masterpiece, both a literary and philosophical triumph, captures the essence of human experience through its vivid exploration of sin, justice, and the quest for redemption. In its first section, Inferno, Dante takes us on an extraordinary journey through the terrifying realms of hell, where he grapples with profound themes that resonate through centuries. Guided by the wise and venerable Roman poet Virgil, Dante steps into the abyss, embarking on an odyssey that challenges him and us to confront our own moral compass. What lies ahead is not merely a descent into darkness, but an opportunity for introspection, forcing us to examine our actions and their ramifications. As Dante and Virgil cross the threshold into hell, a palpable sense of dread envelopes the narrative. Each of the 9 circles they encounter serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of sin, a reflection of Dante's philosophical and theological convictions. The vivid imagery of eternal torment and suffering is not just designed to horrify, but rather to prompt deep contemplation about the nature of good and evil. The vivid descriptions transport viewers as they witness the damned souls grappling with their transgressions, providing them with a visceral understanding of the universal themes of justice and morality. Viewers may find themselves wondering, what does it mean to betray our principles? How does our pursuit of desire lead us astray? The intersection of Dante's personal beliefs with the societal issues of his time becomes a vital point of discussion, encouraging us all to ponder the ethical dilemmas that pervade our human experience. As the descent unfolds, Dante's journey evolves from mere observation to active participation in this moral exploration. Each circle they visit introduces characters and stories, each echoing the profound consequences of their earthly choices. Moments of tragedy, regret, and even dark humor invite audiences to reflect on their own life choices. The emotional weight of each encounter urges viewers to connect with the narrative on a personal level, with thought-provoking questions lingering in the air. How do our own actions align with the ideals of virtue? Are we blinded by the temptations of life, hiding from the specters of our own sins? Through this powerful narrative, Dante crafts a rich exploration of the human dilemma, the struggle for redemption amidst the chaos of sin, and invites us to engage with our innermost fears and desires, making the journey through Inferno not just a historical literary expedition, but a timeless reflection on the soul's quest for salvation. As Dante and Virgil step into the first circle of hell, known as Limbo, viewers are transported to a realm that is both haunting and serene. Here we meet the virtuous souls, those who lived ethically and morally, yet succumbed to one crucial fate. They were never baptized, and thus lack the grace of salvation. Unlike the tormented souls in the deeper circles of hell, the inhabitants of Limbo endure no physical pains. Instead, their suffering manifests as an eternal yearning for the divine presence, a heartbreaking lament for the closeness to God they can never attain. As Dante paints this scene with his words, audiences are invited to reflect on the nature of virtue and faith, questioning if ethical living alone is enough for salvation. The somber beauty of Limbo is accentuated by the majestic castle that stands as a symbol of the 7 virtues: prudence, justice, temperance, courage, faith, hope, and charity. Each of these virtues represents a principle that these souls embodied during their lives, yet they remain trapped in a melancholic state, forever longing for the bliss of the divine. As Dante wanders through this castle, he encounters revered figures from history such as Homer, Socrates, and Julius Caesar, each contributing profoundly to human thought, yet unable to overcome their unbaptized status. Their presence elicits a sense of tragedy. Here are great minds who shaped civilization, now resigned to an existence defined by their spiritual shortcoming. This poignant tableau prompts viewers to grapple with the complexities of morality, urging them to consider what it truly means to live a good life in the absence of faith. As Dante converses with these figures, he reveals the profound implications of their eternal fate. Their contributions to knowledge and culture are acknowledged, yet they remain in a state of suspended animation, denied the ultimate reward for their goodness. This raises thought-provoking questions for the audience. What is the balance between virtuous living and the necessity of faith? Can one be deemed righteous without the acknowledgement of divine grace? As viewers ponder these intricate themes, the tale of Limbo serves not just as an introduction to Dante's exploration of hell, but as an invitation to reflect on the significance of belief and the consequences that follow our earthly choices. The complexity of human experience is thus laid bare, setting the stage for the moral lessons that Dante continues to unfold throughout his journey. As Dante and Virgil continue their harrowing journey through the infernal realms, they descend into the second circle of hell, lust. This circle is a chaotic maelstrom where souls are mercilessly swept away by relentless winds, a vivid metaphor for the tumultuous nature of uncontrolled desires. From the very start, viewers are thrust into this whirlwind of passion, where emotions that can lead to love and connection become destructive forces. The imagery is striking. Swirling gusts toss the souls about like leaves in a storm, embodying the turmoil and instability that accompany unchecked lust. This dramatic setting beckons viewers to consider the consequences of surrendering to overwhelming desires, touching on a universal theme that resonates deeply across cultures and eras. Upon entering this tumultuous landscape, Dante encounters Minos, the fearsome judge of the damned. Minos sits at the entrance of this circle, his serpent-like tail coiling around him as he determines each soul's fate based on their earthly transgressions. With a flick of his tail, he signifies the circle into which each damned soul must descend, reflecting the severity of their sins. This moment in the narrative serves as a compelling reminder of divine justice, a looming presence that weighs heavily on the souls of the lustful. As Dante bears witness to this grim judgment, viewers are compelled to confront their own understanding of morality and the impact of their choices. Will they, too, be swept away by their passions? Or will they find the strength to confront their desires? Amidst the chaos, Dante encounters tragic figures whose stories unfurl in heart-wrenching detail. He meets recognizable characters like Cleopatra and Francesca da Rimini, both of whom reflect the dual nature of love, its potential to elevate or destroy. These figures exemplify how noble emotions, when unbridled, lead to suffering rather than fulfillment. Francesca's poignant story, recounting her forbidden love for Paolo, serves as a chilling reminder that unchecked desire can lead to despair and tragedy. This narrative arc invites viewers to reflect on their experiences with love and desire, prompting introspection about the fine line between passion and destruction. In the second circle of hell, Dante not only illustrates the consequences of succumbing to the tempest of lust, but also provides a cautionary tale that resonates powerfully within the broader tapestry of human experience, urging us to cultivate moderation in our lives. As Dante and Virgil descend further into the infernal abyss, they arrive at the third circle of hell, which is known for its grotesque representation of gluttony. This grim expanse is defined by an unrelenting icy rain that beats down on the souls trapped within, creating an atmosphere of despair and filth. Unlike the sweet pleasures they once indulged in during their lifetimes, these gluttonous souls now writhe in perpetual torment, illustrating the bitter irony inherent in their past excesses. Viewers are left to consider how the pursuit of earthly pleasures can lead to a spiritual downfall, challenging them to reflect on their own habits and desires. Through vivid imagery, Dante paints a scene that compels the audience to confront the consequences of indulgence, prompting important questions about moderation and the true cost of excess. In this chilling environment, the souls of the gluttonous are relentlessly tormented by Cerberus, the three-headed hellhound. This monstrous guardian mirrors their insatiable appetites, devouring and tearing at their bodies in a futile attempt to satisfy its own cravings. The chaotic scene serves as a stark reminder of how earthly pleasures, when taken to extremes, can transform into suffering both in life and beyond. Amid this torment, Dante encounters notable figures whose stories encapsulate the dire repercussions of indulgence. Each character's plight highlights a cautionary tale that resonates with viewers, urging them to contemplate how unchecked desires can lead to a cycle of regret and pain. With each encounter, the notion that what once brought joy now results in eternal suffering becomes undeniably palpable. As Dante observes the grotesque spectacle around him, he is struck by the transformation of joy into sorrow. The gluttonous souls, once living in indulgent ecstasy, are now reduced to gurgling and lamenting their condition, showcasing a profound sense of loss and regret. Notable characters among the gluttons resonate with audiences as their fate reflects the far-reaching effects of a life spent in excess. This section invites viewers to consider their own desires and how they navigate the balance between enjoyment and restraint. Dante's portrayal of gluttony serves not only as a narrative about punishment, but also as a vehicle for deeper introspection about the nature of desire, fulfillment, and the weight of one's choices. Consequently, the third circle of hell embodies a powerful message about the inherent dangers of surrendering to gluttony, further engaging the audience in Dante's exploration of human vice and virtue. As Dante and Virgil enter the fifth circle of hell, the atmosphere shifts dramatically as they encounter the river Styx, a murky, stagnant body of water that marks the domain of the wrathful and sullen. This circle is characterized by conflict and chaos, where emotions run high and manifest into violent confrontations. The furious, who allowed their anger to consume them during their lives, are seen battling endlessly against each other, locked in a brutal struggle that serves as a metaphor for the self-destructive nature of unchecked rage. The stark imagery of these souls, fighting ferociously, invites viewers to reflect on the consequences of allowing anger to govern one's actions, prompting critical questions about the impact of raw emotions on the human experience. Dante's portrayal of the angry reveals an unsettling truth. Their wrath not only harms others, but ultimately ensnares them in their own torment. The sullen, by contrast, are submerged beneath the gray waters of the Styx, feeling a constant bitterness that keeps them from expressing their emotions. This juxtaposition highlights the dual nature of anger, both explosive and repressed. Viewers witness these souls as they grapple with their past, unable to escape the chains of their own making. Each encounter serves as a powerful reminder of how unresolved emotions can spiral into cycles of violence and resentment, leaving individuals trapped in their own self-imposed prisons. This narrative invites the audience to contemplate their personal experiences with anger, challenging them to seek healthier paths in dealing with their feelings. As Dante navigates this tumultuous landscape, he encounters Filippo Argeni, a wrathful Florentine who epitomizes the destructive nature of unresolved rage. In a dramatic twist, Dante's own disdain for Argeni becomes evident as he witnesses the cycle of violence manifesting before him. Virgil urges Dante to see the futility of such anger, reinforcing the powerful lesson that harboring resentment can lead to eternal suffering. The visuals of this struggle, combined with the emotional weight of the characters' experiences, resonate deeply with audiences as they grapple with the complexities of their own emotions. Ultimately, this section underscores the importance of confronting and managing anger, rather than allowing it to dictate one's existence. In doing so, Dante's exploration of the fifth circle offers profound insights into the nature of our emotions and the potential for redemption, resonating with anyone who has ever grappled with the twisted path of rage and its consequences. As Dante and Virgil navigate further into the depths of hell, they arrive at the ninth circle, a harrowing realm reserved for the most treacherous souls who committed the sin of betrayal. This frozen wasteland is characterized by its chilling isolation, where the inhabitants are engulfed in ice, a stark reflection of the coldness of their treachery in life. Here, the depth of their betrayal is symbolically revealed through distinct levels, each one showcasing the severity of their sins. As viewers witness the frozen figures locked in their eternal punishment, they are invited to ponder the weight of loyalty and trust, two virtues that, once shattered, can lead to devastating consequences. This moving depiction serves as a powerful reminder of the moral complexities surrounding human relationships and the potential for betrayal lurking within. The grim atmosphere of the circle thickens as Dante encounters Satan himself, the ultimate embodiment of treachery, who gnaws eternally on the souls of the greatest traitors, Judas Iscariot, Brutus, and Cassius. Satan's grotesque, three-headed form adds to the horror, each mouth relentlessly devouring a traitor, symbolizing the perpetual punishment for their unforgivable acts. This chilling scene not only reinforces the dire consequences of betrayal, but also evokes deep questions about the very fabric of trust. How does betrayal fracture relationships? What does it mean to be loyal? And what are the repercussions of failing to uphold that loyalty? As the narrative reaches its climax, viewers are compelled to confront these moral dilemmas, reflecting on how betrayal can reverberate through time, leaving irreversible scars. In the frozen grip of betrayal, each soul Dante encounters bears the burden of their actions, their frozen expressions betraying the torment they endure. This gripping finale forces audiences to consider the profound implications of betrayal in their own lives. The stark contrast between intimacy and isolation in human relationships is laid bare, inviting viewers to reflect on their choices and the potential for redemption or condemnation within their interactions.